Hello YouTube, what is going on? One sec. I'm actually gonna display capture so I can show you something. Okay, so today I'm doing pick'ems. So there's this site that I have discovered via someone else's videos and shit, because I was watching other people's pick'ems just to make sure like I'm not alone in my pick'ems. And I saw this site and I was like, oh, that's interesting. That looks like it could help me make some more informed decisions. And I thought, okay, fuck it. I'm going to try it. We're going to see how this goes. So I tried it, and then I thought these pick'ems looked pretty good. I actually really like this. I think that these are pretty good picks. I actually think this is like where I would put most teams. Now, I think a few matchups are a little bit depressing. Not so exciting. I would expect more from people, but expect more from certain teams. But I just think that they will, because like I would expect like Furia to go through, if that makes sense. But or not expect them to, but I would want them to. But in this, they only get one four. Um, out of four maps that they play, they only win one, or matches that they play, they only win one. But I think they still could be NIP, for example, but I still think Liquid would win against Furia. I just don't think Furia are looking extremely great right now. I think they're looking a little bit weak in comparison to like some of their previous performances. And I do think that there's a lot of room for upset in this major. There's a lot of new teams that have a good chance about beating existing teams. But anyways, I'm just gonna like rush through this. I think Navi beat Gamer Legion, Liquid beat Nine. I think Monty are gonna upset Furia. NIP beat Fnatic. Heroic, I think, will beat FaZe. It's kind of just personal opinion on games like these that are like kind of 50-50. I'd say this is like pretty big toss up. So I think Heroic will win because I like Heroic more. Into the Breach Apex, I think Apex were looking really strong in Challenger stage. I haven't seen Into the Breach, but I don't really care to make a more informed decision. I think they will not go through almost no matter what. So I'm just going to go ahead and say Apex. I think Vitality will beat G2. This is a little bit of an upset, but it's a best of one. And I do think that Vitality has a better performing team as a whole than G2, especially against top teams. I know that's a little bit controversial because G2 are the favorites to win the major. Right now, they have a win percentage, I think, of like fucking 80% or some bullshit. So, like for the year. So they're definitely the favorites to win the major, but I still think they're gonna go through. I just kind of think Vitality are gonna win that, but it doesn't really matter because both of these teams are gonna go through. I think Ents are gonna beat Bad News Eagles. Navi are probably gonna beat Liquid. It's sad, but it's just the case. I don't think Liquid can beat Navi. I think Heroic are gonna beat Monty. I think Vitality are gonna beat NIP. I think Ints are gonna beat Apex. 9 over Gamer Legion. FaZe over Furia. G2 over Fnatic. Into the Breach over Bad News Eagles. And then I'm gonna skip over the middle ones for a sec. I think Ints are gonna beat Heroic. That's gonna be a rough best of 3, in my opinion. But I think Ints can beat Heroic. And I think they will. I think they're looking really strong right now. I think Vitality are going to beat Navi. I'm not sold on Navi in general. I just don't think that they look great. So I'm not going to put them to. I'm not going to put them to beat Vitality because Vitality look really good right now. In comparison to like a few months ago, like 6 months ago, I wouldn't say so. But Spinks has been doing way better. ZywOo's been doing great. ZywOo's fucking insane right now. So I think Vitality will beat Navi. Anyways, moving on. We're going to skip these again. As I said, I think Fnatic will beat Bad News Eagles, leading to Bad News Eagles out in 0-3. I think Furia, will beat Gamer Legion. And then on to the middle picks. So I will say real quick, as a preface, these are best of ones. These four are. The green ones, these ones aren't. These are best of threes because they've already won 2 matches. But if you haven't won 2 or lost 2, then you are still facing best of ones. So all these are best of ones. So I think Apex will beat 9. I think they look a little bit stronger personally, but it's kind of a toss-up. Either one could win, but it's not that important to me. I think Liquid will be Into the Breach. I don't even think that's a question. I'm guessing an upset because it's a best of one, and those are the best times for upsets. I think Monty will beat G2. I will say this is a very controversial pick. G2, again, are favorites to win the major. But either way, I don't think it's too big of a deal because I still think, like, even in the case that G2 does beat Monty, all that would switch is G2 would face Na'Vi, and it would change this matchup. That's all. Because I still think Monty would be the next stage. So I think it's just interchangeable for Monty. It might face who Monty faces in this stage, though. But either way, I think Heroic will beat Liquid, sadly. But these are best of threes, so you have to remember, like, who's actually going to beat who. I think Na'Vi are probably going to beat Monty in a best of 3. FaZe beat Apex. G2 over Into the Breach. I think this is going to be a good matchup, actually. NIP versus Furia. These are 2 great teams that really contrast each other, and I'm going to be enjoying this matchup. I always love NIP versus Furia. Liquid versus Furia, it's always just fun to watch. But I think NIP should come out on top. They're looking really good coming into the major, so I think they should come out on top. Fnatic, I think, will beat 9. This is a toss-up, though, but it doesn't really matter to me. Because whoever does win this match goes against Monty, and I think Monty will win. I think they will go through. Liquid, I think, will beat NIP. That'll be a rough matchup for Liquid, but I think they can. And G2 will be Apex. That's not even a question. G2 is the favorites again. So yeah. All that being said, that is all just to say that when we go into CSGO, my instant 0-3 is Bad News Eagle. My instant qualifier is Liquid. No matter what, I would say this for both teams. I don't have any confidence in Bad News Eagles, and I'm North American, and this is the only North American team, so I'm going to defend them until the day I die. I fucking love Liquid, and I want them to fucking win the major. I don't think they will, but I want them to, okay? So I'm going to defend them till I die. I'm coping, alright? They looked horrible in Challengers, okay? But I want them to go through, and I really do think that they can win 3 games out of the matchups that I see them going to. So I'm going to put them through in a heartbeat. And we're going to get on to the other teams. So I will say I have 2 3-0s on the site, and one was Vitality and one was Ints. I saw Vitality as having a lot more toss-up matches that I just thought Vitality would win, whereas Ints didn't have any toss-up matches. They had one against, let me see. They had one against Heroic that, or they have one that against Heroic, possibly, that I see them winning. And that's a best of 3. So it's kind of a toss-up. but I think that they are the best pick for 3-0. Next, we have the other 3-0 was Vitality, so I'm going to put them through. Next, we have Heroic. I think Heroic are going to 3-1. Na'Vi, I think they're going to 3-1. FaZe, I think they're again going to 3-1. And then we get on to the fun picks. Monty, I love Monty. I think they're going to 3-2. And then lastly, G2, I think are as well going to 3-2 and make it through into the champion stage. And honestly, I wasn't really too sure about my pick'ems before. My pick'ems wasn't even that much different. It was literally just Monty as my 3-0 and Ints here. But honestly, I feel a lot safer putting Ints as a 3-0 after seeing who they would be matching up against for their games. So I feel really safe with this. And I think this is a great pick'ems. That being said, I hope whoever's watching this video, I hope you win your pick'ems. I hope you do well. And I will see you in champion stage. Hopefully your pick'ems aren't dead. Hopefully mine aren't dead. Because that would really suck. That would blow. It would blow cock and balls. Yeah, good luck everyone, and have a good one. Peace, peace, peace.